Hi everyone, this is the Coursework 2 final video for Advanced Interactive Media Development. This diagram shows an overview of the gameplay. As you can see here, once the game starts, the game manager is activated. With the game manager, the flowcharts which needs to be started at the start of the game are activated. As you can see here, the first person controller can order food, ask questions and talk to visitors. It can go to the restaurant cashier, and the flowchart is enabled when the first person controller collides to the trigger, and the first person controller can place orders and pay for the food. First person controller can also talk to other people in the park. Along with the first person controller, an iPad is attached in which we can view the information about the money and the cafe bill. It also shows a timer on how many seconds you have been playing this game for. The conversation between the first person controller and cashier is activated via a collider, and it's activated when the first person controller knocks the colliding box. The cashier can talk to the user and accepts the order and calculates the bill, and the animations which are used for this cashier are downloaded from Mixamo. Once the order is been placed, a message is sent to the chef Riga, and the chef starts to cook the food. It automatically also updates the UI of the iPad. Malcolm is another character which I have used as a park guide, which will guide through. Malcolm will guide through all the exciting things about the park, and this is also triggered via a collider. Animation used for Malcolm is also downloaded from Mixamo. Douglas is one more character which I have used as a security guard. This flowchart is also activated when the first person controller hits the trigger point. The animation used for this character is also downloaded from Mixamo. Jasper is another character which I have used as a visitor of the park. The flowchart in this character is also triggered when the first person controller is triggered with the triggering point. The animation used for this character is also downloaded from Mixamo. Here are another two characters which are used as an entertainment, but it doesn't have any conversations. The animations which are used for this character is captured from Kinect, and for the other character I have downloaded it from Mixamo. Now let's go through the flowchart which I have created for this game. This flowchart I have used for the iPad, which will constantly update the timer and the amount of money I have, and the bill which will be given via the cafe. So on the start of the game, the player will have $50, and the total cost will be 0. And over here you can see that the total money is minus by the total cost. These two blocks I had created for spawning and destroying the burger in the collection point, but it did not work as expected. So I have the disconnected the block. Over here you can see that the the text is set to the variable for total money and the cafe bill both. The next flow chart is destroy burger, correct burger, which is used to destroy the burger in the collection point, but this also doesn't work as expected. iTwin is a feature of fungus which will help the object to move around as required. I have for the horror house I have moved the zombies around the corners using iTwin. Also the cars in the road which will be moved around with iTwin. The next flow chart is the iPad. At the start of the game itself, a message will be triggered, a message will be sent, and the next block will be receiving the message. As you can see here, I have set the variable of timer as 0. Menu is the start view of the game, where you can select to continue to play the game. This block will activate the first person controller, and here the timer is calculated and the GUI is updated. As you can see here, set time to this much seconds. The next flow chart is the Malcolm guide talking flow chart. Here you can see that at the start of the block the first person controller will be locked and animation will be triggered. Malcolm will be Malcolm will be greeting us. Over in this block you can see that a few questions which could be asked to Malcolm is as an option it will be given, and depending on the question asked, the one of these blocks will be executed. In this block we can select if we want to ask more questions or if we want to exit the game. The next flowchart is the security guard's flowchart, which also has some unique questions asked to the security guard. The next flowchart is from the cashier, where at the start of the block, once the message is received, the variables are set, and the next block user can select if he wants the burger, and the variable of order burger is set to true, and the next block will ask if you would like to order a drink. In this block you can select if you want a drink or not. If you select yes, then this block will be triggered, and in this block the variable for order drink will be set to true, and the pay block will be executed. In this block, as you can see that the if the order burger is true, then the amount is $5, and as same here, if the order drink is true, the amount will be +2, which will be $7 if the burger is also ordered. And a thank you message is given by the cashier. In this block, the cashier mentions that the order will be ready in a few minutes, and to collect it from the collection point. And this will release the first person controller. This flowchart is for the cook, Riga. In this flowchart, once the payment is done, the start cooking message will be received, and the animation of the cooking animation will be triggered. In this flowchart, in the starting, it will receive a message, and this flowchart will be executed. In this flowchart, the third person controller will go and talk to a normal visitor who is not so friendly, and he says that he doesn't want to talk to unknown people, and then the block exits. Now let's start the game and see how it looks. At the start of the game itself, there will be a music playing in the background, and click here to play message will be displayed. This is once you go and talk to him. He is the security guard of the park. The user will be able to talk to him as well. He will welcome you at the start, and you can ask a few questions to him. And you can say, if you would like to know more, you can you can click this, or you can exit by clicking this, and he will give a kind wave. Once you enter the park, there will be a clown-like person which will be doing a hand cross dance to entertain people to enter the horror house. In the horror house, as you can see, there is a zombie moving around, and as you can see, there is a zombie moving around the haunted house. Once you go further, you will be able to have a conversation with the guide, the Malcolm character. He will be also telling you about the exciting places about this park. If you would like to know more about this park, you will be able to, you can click that and ask more questions. I would say thank you, and he would do a friendly handshake. Let's order something from the cafe. I would like to have some burger, and the cashier will ask if I would like to have some drinks as well. I would say no, and she will say to collect the parcel from the counter. And over here you can see the cooking animation which was done by the Kinect device, and also the iPad which will be which will minus the total amount and from $50, and it will also show the cafe bill which was $5. As I mentioned before, the destroying and respawning part of this burger is currently not functioning. As you go over here, you can see a guy sitting in the bench, and you will be able to talk to him as well. And he says that he doesn't like to talk to unknown people. And you can say okay bye and leave the game. Over here you will be able to you will also be able to see some vehicles going in the road. And some beautiful buildings. So that's it for the gameplay. At the end of this video, I would like to say that I would like to thank these sites for providing me the models for free, and I would also like to thank Mixamo for giving characters which I have used for this gameplay. I have also used models from Asset Store in this gameplay. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and hope you have a great day.